for one reason or another, it always seemed like, something went wrong.
I knew right then, this is going to be 8 to 10 to 12 hours just waiting before we even go look for this deer.
I hit my arm. When I shot, I hit my arm here. I couldn't pull back, so then I had to move. I just pulled the shot.
Kansas, a land etched into the dreams of whitetail hunters everywhere. A place where wide, sweeping fields and hidden creek bottoms hold the promise of the buck of a lifetime. But for the Rucks family, Kansas would become something else entirely. 2 hunts, 2 years apart. A father and son chasing the same Kansas dream, only to find themselves staring down unexpected nightmares.
Kansas is one of those states as a non-resident hunter you always look forward to when you draw a tag. Why? It's got big deer. I know the Kansas residents think they have a ton of pressure, and they have never seen pressure until you come to the Midwest. And you hunt in Wisconsin or a state like Illinois, so deer have a chance to mature and they get old. The other thing is Kansas is fairly open territory, right? So these bucks will travel a long distance. So even if you're hunting on a property and early in the season it doesn't have a lot of great deer, you just never know what's going to show up during the rut. A giant could show up at any minute.
As a non-resident, Kansas operates with a lottery-style draw each spring. With thousands applying, odds can be tough, especially in prime units. Some years, you're one of the lucky hunters. Other years, you're just waiting to try again.
A couple years ago, I drew a tag. The hunt was awesome. I mean, I can't complain on it at all. It just didn't go in my favor. We had the decoy out and we had several bucks. I can't even tell you how many bucks came in, and they were good deer. I mean, I would have shot a lot of them, but for one reason or another, it always seemed like, something went wrong. Normally when you set up a decoy, I'm going to talk a minute about it, you put the buck kind of facing you, and the challenger, right, he comes in, he wants to go face to face, and he swings around and gives you a shot. For whatever reason, these deer in Kansas this year just didn't want to, they didn't read the script.
More on this wide Kansas 8-pointer when Modern Hunter returns. Brad Rucks is hunting the dream state of Kansas. A beautiful wide 8-pointer answers his rattling calls and comes right into the decoy. What could possibly go wrong? And as soon as I release the arrow, I'm using a lighted knock. I'm like, that's low.
That's low, and just watched it just barely miss everything right underneath his front legs. Goes through and he takes off. And I'm just like, how did I miss that deer? Man, I lasered him at 53, and the camera guys, did you see him take those other steps? I'm like, what? We kind of looked it over, and yeah, he had taken another 10 yards, and I shot him for 53, and he was 63, and I was trying to heart shoot him, and the combination just made it not work.
Talk about a rough way to end a hunt. Oh wait, it's not over? Well, that's good news. Or is it?
You know, the last day of the hunt is kind of funny as well, is I went out and there's a big deer that was broke off, super cool looking. And I was like, I'm gonna shoot him if he comes in. Well, he came in, and actually not on camera, I blundered it because I couldn't see the camera. I was trying to self-film, and I thought I shot him. I thought I liver shot him. I don't know how I missed. Again, I have no clue what happened there. But long story short is, I had my bow hung up, no arrow in it, and as I'm sitting there in the stand, all of a sudden I was like, oh, here he comes. And he came right back out, not a scratch on him. And I was like, well, I'm not even going to try to shoot you now. My quiver is in, hanging in the tree. I have no arrow in. I'm just going to sit and watch you and wave Kansas goodbye. And that's the way the hunt ended. It's going to be a great deer for somebody else. Who knows? Maybe we'll run into him this year.
Okay, now it's over.
Kansas definitely wasn't my year, but the next year I didn't draw, but my son did, and it's an entirely different story for him.
Will he have better luck than Brad? Stay tuned.
I drive past this place all the time, and I've seen turkeys on there. Finally used Onyx, find out who the landowner was, and it's a person that doesn't turkey hunt. Got permission. You're gonna take a look at the different functions this property has. You can tell he's got food plots, and he said he had food plots on it surrounded by woods. You can actually even tell from the woods. To me, this looks like it's all hardwoods up here and going into a lower area, and you can kind of see tamaracks and pines. So for turkeys, you're definitely gonna check for roosting areas back on the hardwoods, right? But they're probably gonna come out to these food plots. And then what I also like to do is I like to look at the surrounding area and to see what's around it. So Big Egg Field, right, on the one side. North, it looks like more woods, deer hunting properties. You can tell this guy deer hunts. But really check out what's around it. Here you got more food on the other side of it. So what it looks like to me is I got a great roosting area, and I got a good spots where these birds are gonna hang out to the day. And now the next thing to do is put some boots on the ground and take a look. I know where I wanna check out. I wanna check out that ridge. When you're looking for turkeys, it's pretty easy to find they roost. If they're roosted in an area, all you have to do is look for the poop, right? Because normally they poop before flying down in the morning. Find roost trees, at least you know they're there, and then it's just pinpointing the gobbler. Check out Onyx. It's the easiest way to scout in the world. It's gonna cut your time down in half. Hey guys, today I want to talk about one of my favorite knife brands, and that's Outdoor Edge. This is the new HTX, which I love because it is a bigger, it comes in 3.5, multiple sizes, replaceable blade knife. I like a big handle, right? And some of those other knives had smaller handles, but I like the concept of replaceable blades. This one has the big handle. It's just not for deer, by the way. I'm gonna breast out my turkey with it. But what I really like about it, it's got really good grips, replaceable blade. It comes with a pack of blades. In here is your skinner, your gut hook, everything you want in a knife is right here. So if you're not familiar with replaceable blades knife, it's as easy as pushing a button, now the blade's off. So if I'm using this and it gets dull, I can have a fresh blade right in there, slide it in. It is literally a knife that can do it all. You need to check out the HTX at OutdoorEdge.com.
Modern Hunter is brought to you by
super excited. I've never been to Kansas, so the anticipation of driving down and getting ready to hunt is through the roof. We had a lot of does coming in, a couple bucks cruising. We had a good buck come up, just kind of got a little spooky, ran back off the hill. About 10, 15 minutes later, we had another really good buck come up. He was standing right at 22 yards.
And that's strike one on day one for Noah. But luckily, time is still on his side.
The next day we go in, we're walking into a new spot. We're about 100 to 200 yards away from where we parked the car. We're walking over this hill, and I stop in the dark. You can hear two bucks just going right at each other. Super excited. We got in that tree stand as quiet as possible, and once you know, when the daylight broke, there was a buck coming already back in. With the light, it wasn't perfect. We kind of just let him go, and sure enough, 5 minutes later, I just grabbed the binocs to get ready to look, and here comes a shooter coming in.
Shot hit my arm here. I couldn't pull back, so then I had to move. I just pulled the shot.
So right when I let the arrow go, I saw it hitting far back, and I knew right then this is going to be 8 to 10 to 12 hours just waiting before we even go look for this deer. When I drew back the first time, I hit my arm, I let down, I shuffled my feet again, I drew back again, I hit my arm on a little stump that was right behind the tree stand. It was a limb that they used to cut. So I drew back down, I stepped again, and right then the tree stand made a little creak, and he looked up, I drew back, I rushed the shot.
So we've waited, we've watched footage, we waited about 8 hours. We got rain coming, so we're going to go try and mark blood and see if we can find them. If not, we'll have a dog here tomorrow.
Blood. Blood.
This segment of Modern Hunter is brought to you by Mystery Ranch, built for the mission.
Hey guys, today I want to talk about one of my favorite products, and that is the heater bodysuit. It's been around for a long time. The original founder was from Ohio. And I'll never forget this. We were at the ATA show and I walked up to his booth trying to sell him an ad, and he goes, well, before I even buy anything, you got to try it. So he sent me one, and I thought I'd never use it. Well, you know, come fall, it's cold. I was like, well, I'm gonna take it out. And I was amazed. Since that time, it has evolved into a better product than what it is now. And now, if it's cold, I'm going to be in my heater bodysuit. I don't care if it's 0 degrees with 20-mile-an-hour winds. I can sit all day. It holds your heat in. It keeps the wind from penetrating you. And now it's waterproof as well. And it unzips extremely, extremely quiet. So if that deer is 20 yards away and it sneaks in, you don't see it, you can get up and slowly slip that zipper down. It never hears anything and it'll give you that shot opportunity. But what is amazing to me is sometimes I'm wearing my heater bodysuit and I'm so reliant on keeping me warm that I don't wear enough clothes underneath. And what happens is you slip out, right, and all of a sudden that deer doesn't give you a shot, and now you're out in 10 degrees with a high wind and you're wearing some little liner. My tip to you is make sure you wear enough clothes inside the heater bodysuit, but it is going to keep you warm. If you want more information on the heater bodysuit, check out thewarmingstore.com.
With rain on its way, Noah and his guide decided to begin their track after 8 hours, given the obvious penetration of Noah's arrow, and a good chance of catching some vital thanks to the buck running the arrow into a nearby tree.
One thing that I did see when rewatching footage is that arrow was in him so hard, it hit a tree and the arrow bent. So I knew it hit something hard, I just wasn't sure on what it hit, but the footage kind of gave me a little more insight that maybe I hit something better than I thought.
Blood up to here. It's a big hole in him. Right on me. Look right in here.
Right where that arrow hit that tree, it opened up. A lot more blood, and you could actually follow this track like a normal shot of like a lung shot.
Stand here. I'm standing right on, boy.
What?
Yes.
What?
You got him?
Yes.
Yes! Yeah!
He's right here. Right there.
Oh!
Oh man.
It went out. It went out through the bottom.
It could have ricocheted.
It must have.
Wow.
I think he's been dead for a while.
He has. Good call. We'll get him.
That deer's a stud. He is a stud.
Overall, it wasn't the shot I wanted. However, it got the job done. I'm very thankful for Hunt Hickory Creek providing me a spot to go hunt. It is an amazing area. They have almost 7 to 10,000 acres of where they manage these deer to try and truly get a giant.